Hey, everybody, I'm back. Yes, we are back for another new episode of Wine is the New Tea with new guest hosts every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. We are so happy to come to y'all with the tea, with the wine. Yet again. Okay, so we got Mr. Pernell McNear, the author, and Michael Hainbrick here for everybody, along with your illustrious host, Bondi Blue. Thank you so much for joining us. Gentlemen, how y'all doing?
I'm
Doing
great.
great. Yes, indeed.
Thing as well.
Ready
Okay,
for a good show.
listen, I am excited. We got some good topics going on today. First of all, we have to talk about Trump. Okay, listen, I don't know about everybody else, but the man stresses me out. Okay, I didn't think we would be back here so fast with him threatening another riot. Okay, apparently recently he was promoting for someone else. I believe it was Bernie Moreno.
Mm.
He was on his campaign trail. Somehow they got into talking about China and him threatening the bloodbath if he isn't reelected in November. And y'all, listen, I don't really feel like this is a black people problem. A little bit, but not really. No, I feel like they might get mad and try to take it out on us. But last time it was so cold, we was in the house. They was all at the Capitol. And I'm like, if y'all gonna take it to the Capitol, I feel like that should put even more earnest on the people at the Capitol to do something. Okay, I'm slightly stressed out, but I don't want to be. What do y'all think about this, Michael? Why don't you tell us? What do you think?
So for me, Trump won't be Trump. He's gonna talk. He's gonna make some promises. He's gonna make some broken promises. It is what it is, man. I pray you don't get elected, but some black people want to vote for him because he handed out checks.
Mm.
For me, it's a no. He's a great businessman, but
is he?
He's done his thing, man. He understands that. He understands the concept of business.
He know how to steal from people. You know how to steal. His businesses have failed several times, honestly.
Yeah, but if we're real, that's part of the business. That's in America, they steal.
Yeah,
that's part of the business.
And it's been that way since the beginning.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with y'all. But my take is, let's just be real. Trump's gonna tell you what it is. When he first got elected, years ago when he was running, he was talking about he played the snake poem. And in the snake poem, he was telling you exactly who he was. It's just up to you to decide if you want to vote for him. I think he holds nothing back. He's telling you exactly what he feels. And if you decide to vote for him, this is what you're gonna get. So I think that it's more than just white people's problem. I think it's American problem. And I think that, we need to do our due diligence to make sure we vote for the best candidate for the benefit of us as a community. So that's my take on it, and like I said, people want to brush it off and say he's a lunatic, but trust what the man is saying. He's telling you exactly what he feels to take the karmic debt off of him. And if we dismiss it, shame on us. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, because it's not going to be a surprise. He already said what it's going to be.
Yeah.
We running it back.
A bloodbath. He said a bloodbath. That's what y'all can look it up.
On top of that, he's saluting the J6 people who incites the riot. So you're doing in your whole campaign, you're actually saluting the people who's damaged the system. You actually showing them love. So this guy, he's for real. So I think we should really pay attention to him.
I just hope he understands whose blood is going to be, because you already warned him. So now they're protected with guards and they sniping from sight.
Yeah.
So you play that if you want.
Serious about it, because last time they played about it last time, and Mike Pence almost lost his head.
Yeah.
So I hope that they really are taking it seriously this time. Also, I'm really tired of him, throwing these patriots. What did he call them? I think he said they were hostages, the people who
Yeah,
were
prisoners
arrested
of
on
war.
January 6th.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how the goalpost is always moving for what is considered illegal in this country? Like, it's very, very exhausting. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but speaking of exhausting, our only other option, Sleepy Joe, as the former likes to call him, met up with Glow. Run that beautiful bean footage, please.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, well, not Joe, but yeah, you. Yeah, Glow. You the president, so we gonna say yeah, Joe.
That shit is hilarious. I'm not sure if he knows 100% what's going on, but he's having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, this is a lesser of two evils for me at the end of the day. Also I love Glorilla, so I'm excited to see her there. Yeah, Glow.
Of course. I mean, but that damn Joe he need to sit down somewhere because he got about 12 smiles left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, listen. I mean, my thing is this: if you wanna bring somebody in to solicit the black vote, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? It's no different than them going to black churches and sitting in front of the congregation talking about what they're going to do, but they never show back up. You know what I mean? And also with what's going on with Glorilla, I mean, in my opinion, it's like, you're sending a message to young women that it's all right to act ratchet in society, and the reward you get is getting an invitation to the White House. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, do what you want to do. It's no standards. I think
I mean, there are no standards for anybody at the White House. So what difference does it make?
Mhm.
I mean, once y'all put Trump in there, I mean, let's be real. Nobody has ever been like whatever Glorilla has done, I'm sure it's not nearly as bad as the people that have held office. All
Yeah.
of them. So I'm not gonna do the respectability politics about it. Is it pandering? Absolutely. It's absolutely pandering. But what's new?
Yeah, I agree with you. I totally
What's
agree.
new? I
Mhm.
mean, that's a part of the process.
Yeah,
What can I do? Who has your attention that I can bring in here and get the eyes on me?
pretty much.
At least it's not tennis shoes, Lord, because Trump and them damn tennis. I was like, in Fat Joe really went and bought a pair of tennis shoes. I'm like, y'all, his in card usage is revoked. Okay, I know y'all let him say the N word over there, but I think the card is revoked because come on now, like what is going on? You really going to buy the tennis shoes, sir?
Well, if Biden did tennis shoes, they're gonna have to be orthopedics. So you know how that's gonna be. They got to be soft bottoms.
Yeah, yeah. Hey man, I guess these people are doing what they got to do, man. But in my opinion, it's like, it's an illusion of choice. It doesn't really matter who you vote for. They work for the same people. They're just thinking that they're making us think that we have options, which we really don't. So like you said, Bonnie, I'm with you. It's like, the lesser of two evils. So I think that as a community, it's our obligation to go and vote. I'm not sure that I vote. What happens to our vote when we do it, but at least we have the obligation for our ancestors losing their lives for us to vote. So I think that's our obligation and our civic duty to do that. So that's my take.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm a proponent for being involved, honestly, especially locally. It's something that we've always kind of done in my family.
Mhm.
So I personally, like, the older I get, is like I feel like I need to start talking about it. I feel like I need to start getting more involved. Like,
So,
you
so
know.
question, Bunny, how do you feel? So when you're saying about the right and obligation to vote, what about people that feel that okay, I have the right to vote, but what if I don't want to vote? How does that make you feel?
I, I'm against it. I mean, like I said, man, we for years, man, we people have lost their lives for the right for us to vote. You got to get out there and vote. You have to. It doesn't matter what happens from there. It's just your obligation for what's happened to our ancestors to get your butts out there and vote. That's just my take on it.
I feel like it's hard for you to complain when you don't play a part in the process personally.
Hmm. Hmm.
I feel like you should. I feel like you should educate yourself on it, especially if you are a person that is at the behest of the government more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Essentially, I feel like certain people can be at a tax bracket where it doesn't matter whether they vote or not. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
there are other people who you may not get your assistance. You may not get your Medicaid. You know what I'm saying? Like there are so many things that you actually play a part in that you need. So it's important for you to be involved as far as I'm concerned. I think what we like to do is stick our heads in the dirt and act like it's not happening and then tell ourselves we have no power in the situation when really you absolutely do have some power in the situation. Now, at the end of the day, the outcome, you can't be tied to the outcome. But as far as being a citizen, I do think it's important to do your part. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Because
I'm not in anybody's pocket about it either. You know what I'm saying?
Because I understand the dynamic of someone desiring to vote and having the right, because you have the right to or not to, and that's out of my control. Now, for a person that doesn't want to, they want to stay out of it. That's but henceforth, don't complain,
right?
Because some people feel that it's so corrupt that I vote, it don't matter. They're gonna pick who they're going to pick anyway. Some people feel that, and that very may be the truth. But to have to do your part and feel like I'm gonna do what's right in my heart. That's what I feel.
Another thing too, in my opinion, I mean, you letting a lot of people across the border. What message are you trying to send? I mean, it's like if we don't use our power to vote, they're just gonna replace our vote with another demographic of people. You know what I mean? So they'll cater to those people and get their vote. And then what happens with us? Who's going to be in the benefit of what our community needs? Then you'll have all these situations where you have
that's already happening.
Yeah. But we can't continue to let it happen. We have to, we have to keep fighting. We can't just give up. That's just my opinion on it.
Well, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and take a little break, y'all. Don't forget, Tasha's on tour. Don't forget, check out all of the cities that she will be coming to. TashaKLive.com.
Tisa unveiled a load of videos.
Who the fuck did I marry?
400 million views talking about y'all ex-husband.
Risa, Tisa, ex-wife, who straight line to y'all, it's completely false.
Now, Latoya, a lot of people have been reaching out and they've been wanting to hear your side.
When you're dealing with this sort of trickery, and that's what I call it, it's like you being bamboozled, right? When a person comes into your life and they're constantly bamboozling you, especially like when you've been through trauma and things of that nature, you want to believe so badly that this is the truth.
Legion really led y'all down a rabbit hole.
He used to talk to this dude on the phone like every day, and his name was Miguel, right?
Two gentlemen that looked out for me, my mom and dad passed away, that became brothers to me, which is Elgin and Miguel. These are the guys that I would talk to in the morning time.
Miguel doesn't even exist.
Oh no.
Miguel's not even a real person.
Oh no.
He was wearing a fucking bulletproof vest, walking around the neighborhood as security of the apartment complex.
Legion.
This is in Jonesboro, Georgia.
Your mom talked about him walking around the neighborhood at night.
He was using his dad's badge, acting like the police.
He's stopping the gangbangers and he is patting them all the way down.
He was only doing it just to fill on them
because he didn't work for these people. He had a whole different job.
Legion.
All the cars that he promised me, they're actually on Facebook with my name on them, right? That he never bought.
Lisa said that she was promised cars as well too.
But he literally has, I have screenshots, right? Of the actual post that this lunatic actually put my name in it, tagged me, said, come outside. I have your anniversary present.
So where's the car?
It never got bought.
I was at the station and he acted like he got
a
Christian
phone call. Radio station.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was on the phone like, hey bro, what's up? And then the phone rang and it was my mama.
She just really just kind of opened the door to something that I wasn't even prepared for. Here I am thinking that we're just dealing with a pathological liar, an alleged
and
child molester.
When she said, I don't want to start crying because I don't want my makeup to drip, but every fiber in my being, I'm not a violent person, but don't touch my kids.
Horror of a person. That's a lot of my childhood gone. You know?
Did it cause problems between you and your mom? All right, winos, if you enjoy shows like this and would like to see more with me on stage in your city, well, I'm coming. Tickets on sale right now. Link in the description box as well as the bio. Hurry up now while tickets last, okay?
We are back. All right. Make sure y'all go to TashaKOnStage.com to get your tickets to the shows, y'all. My bad. Okay. TashaKLive.com for all that mess that we not putting up here for free on YouTube. Okay. Now we're back and we got to get into the bobblehead that is Candace Owens. Oh, I know y'all like her. I know a lot of y'all like her. And I don't like y'all. So there's that. But once again, she's talking about Lizo. I feel like we've talked about this several times. We talked about it when it's happened. And to me, it just seems like Candace Owens likes to come on Black people's platform and distract from what's going on and talk about somebody else's ass to get everybody's fat phobia all upset and loud in the comments. Because that's what, y'all don't really be that mad when the skinny girl's ass cheeks be out, no matter where they at. Y'all be like, I mean, why she gotta have her ass cheeks out? But it ain't that big of a deal. When Lizo does it, yeah, she wants attention. Absolutely. Yeah, this is a battle going on within Lizo. But come on, bitch. Like, stop excuse my French. Stop using her. Every time somebody asks you something and you talking to Black people, you want to use her, because what else do you have in common with us to talk about that we're going to want to hear from you? So you got to tap into the homophobia, the transphobia, the fat phobia in order to be eye to eye with the Negroes. Right, Candace? Candace can miss me, but I'm sure everybody will have a different opinion than my own. Pernell, won't you tell us what you think about this?
Hey man, I think the young lady is very sharp. I think that what she's saying, she's on point with a lot of the things she's talking about. It's unfortunate that she, used a derogatory statement towards Lizo, but it might be a little truth in what she's saying. Like I said, I don't really see a lot of other people who could tap into both sides the way that she does. And so I think she's pretty sharp. And
I don't think it takes much to tap into people's ignorances. They do it all the time on social media. It's very easy.
It's clickbait. I know if I bring this topic up, the mentions, the number of comments, this, that, and the third, all publicity is good publicity. That's how they see it. I'm in your feed. So let me stay on her neck to stay in your feed.
But the thing, and here's the thing, when he says she's sharp, please don't get me wrong. She speaks as if she's sharp, yes. But she's the same person that doesn't seem to understand that she probably would not have a job if it were not for things such as affirmative action and you having. They have to hire Black people. They have to hire brown people, Asian people. They have to, because if they were not legally or incentivized to do so, they would not. And you would not have a job. So it's very weird to me that as somebody that I feel like only has her job because of such things, she gets out and speaks out against them so much. She also forgets about how when she had whatever that issue was that happened to her back when she was in school, she wanted to call on the NAACP and Black people to help her. And now it's as if you don't understand how certain things got us to where we are in order for us to be in the better place where you can pretend as if racism doesn't exist. Because that's what she likes to do.
I mean, like I said, the little bit I listened to her, I think she's spot on with a lot of things. My other thing is it's like this. You can't, I'm not specifically talking about you, but we as a community can't sit back and talk about what somebody's doing and not doing if we're not participating. You know what I mean? We can't sit around and expect that everything she says is going to be to the benefit of us. We have to do our own due diligence and not take everything, verbatim what she says. It's kind of like what they say about medicine. If you take too much of it, it turns into poison. So you got to take the bits and pieces that you need from her, what she's trying to say, and take it and run with it. And what else you don't like, just discard it and throw it out. But like I said, I think she's really sharp. So everybody has their own opinion about her, but I think
it can be dangerous, honestly.
Hey, they all are dangerous. Don't forget it. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's up for us. Like I said, we control our own narrative as individuals. Individually, we have to do our part to the community, and then it continues on. We can't just sit around and let for somebody to come in and save us. We got to save ourselves. We can't, you know, who is, I mean, let's be real. Who was Candace Owens before she even came on? You know what I mean? So, you know, she's been, I'm not going to say propped up, but she's in a position to where it can go right or it can go left. So we just got to take what we can get from it and keep it moving. That's just what I think. What you think, Mike?
I mean, I feel that it's to bash someone per se. It's not I wouldn't agree with that. To constantly bring her name up and throw her in the mud, like, because I mean, who are you? I mean, because we can say that Lizzo has confidence in herself because we teach our women and we teach them to have confidence, correct?
Yeah.
So the fact that she does have confidence enough in her own body and her own skin to the same thing you wear, I can wear. No matter what you got to say about it, because at the end of the day, you're gonna be judged regardless. Like, even worrying about someone's judgment, I could care less. Why are you worried about somebody's judgment? Because you're gonna be judged even when they put you in the grave one day. They still gonna judge you.
Yeah.
True.
And like I'm saying about Lizzo is a super talent to me. I think like you said, Bundy, as far as her wanting attention, I totally agree with you on that. And I think that, you know, back in the day when there was no social media or TV, people got on the radio, you couldn't see what their body was. They presented themselves through their voice. And I think if you took Lizzo off of the TV and off of the social media, she can hold her own. She's super talented. She don't have to downgrade and put herself on a lower level to get attention. She already has it. So you know, people just, you know, just believe in yourself, but you don't have to downgrade yourself in order for people to notice you.
So do you feel like this? So to show your body in a certain aspect, you feel that's downgrading?
Yeah, I do. I feel it's downgrading because it's like if a woman walks in the room, like Bonnie's a beautiful woman, right? She doesn't have to show her body for people to notice her. It's her aura that she presents when she walks in the room. Lizzo has that aura. She doesn't have to put that spotlight on her as far as her body and everything. If you got it, you got it. You know what I mean? Certain people just have it. So that's my opinion, you know.
Because at the end of the day, you know one thing about it, man, sex sells.
Yeah.
Even when you say you don't like it, even when it's somebody does.
Yeah, I agree. Man.
People also love to hate you. Like, people love to hate you. And a part of that, I feel like, is getting online and giving people something to be mad about. And I think she does that too. You know what I mean? So I don't get me wrong. Like, and honestly, let's go ahead and play the Candace clip so we can hear completely what she said. Go ahead, Tasha.
Shaking, and then she's like, if you don't like it, it's your problem. It's like, no, you are being problematic, and now you're playing the game where you do something outrageous, and then when we outrage, you pretend that we're the crazy. I'm not dealing. You stop gaslighting me, okay? You're very large, and you got your ass cheeks out on the side of the court at a basketball game. I'm allowed to now comment on that. I reserve the right to now comment on that, and I do. And then they pull it out, like, Candace is coming after Lizzo. No, Lizzo came after me with her ass.
Yeah, I stand on what I said. Girl, ain't nobody coming after you. If you don't want to see Lizzo's ass, girl, please swipe. Change the channel. Yeah. Like, are you serious? Like,
I mean, because it's everywhere. I mean, ass is like, it's because like you said, Bundy, if it was a smaller woman, it would have been all right.
To me, it's another thing is, listen, I feel like people, because, you know, I'm checking some of these comments, they're negating what I'm saying here. I recognize what Lizzo is doing, but we talked about it then. And Candace, here's what you don't seem to understand. You can have your opinion, but people can have their opinion about your opinion. And so you getting all upset because people said something about your opinion. They don't agree with your opinion. Just like you don't agree with Lizzo's ass cheeks being out. We don't agree with your fat phobia and feeling like because she's a bigger person, she can't feel the same way about her body that thinner women or more, you know, the the prototype body. You know what I'm saying? The BBL girls. Like if their ass is out, y'all are not really as mad about it. And y'all don't want to be real about that. And listen, I get it. It is distasteful. I would not do it. I get all of that. But I also feel like I shouldn't be able to dictate what Lizzo do with her body. Just
That's
like
the
you
thing.
shouldn't be able to dictate what Lizzo do with her body. So if she's comfortable, then that's on her. If they wanted to escort her out the building because they felt like it was too much, isn't it like a private place where they can decide legally they can decide who's in the building? That would have been up to them people. But I'm not about to sit here and continue to bash Lizzo over an old clip because you don't want to talk about anything of substance with your tight dress on. Like,
okay, I get that. Yeah, because I mean that was like in what about a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I don't understand the relevance of it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, other black women are upset out here besides myself. Amanda Seales. Amanda Seales feels like she's being blacklisted. She wasn't invited to the NAACP award. She wasn't invited to the Essence brunch, and she's feeling slighted. And in all honesty, I know people don't really like Amanda, but Amanda is a huge proponent for black people, and she specifically tries to bridge a gap between a younger generation who may not care or even understand politics, and she tries to bring that to us in a way for us to understand, and I think that's a very important role to play. So I honestly feel like whether people like her or not, she should still be invited to those events. And I do feel that people have done this to her, and I feel like people do kind of just feel like because they don't like her, it's okay to just disregard her as if she isn't making efforts on everyone's behalf. And I don't necessarily agree with that. We have a clip though. Let's run the clip.
This post that I made about not being invited into black spaces, the real thing that I wanted to be received from that was that it's y'all that matter. It's y'all that matter. Like that's what I really wanted to be received from that. And I guess my delivery did not do that effectively. But that was really the point of my video. It was to say thank you all. And I meant that in a very literal way. It really is an awakening when you come to understand that, it's the people on the ground. Like it's the people that see you and say like, yo, keep going. It's the people that leave hearts here. It's the people. Like that's really what is the most important thing. And for so many creatives, we don't understand that because we have been so pulled into this like idea that we got to be trying to please these people that you get caught up in like trying to please those people, not really understanding like they not it. It's us, it's y'all, like they not it, And so that's really what I was trying to get across. And I know like some people are like, well, I don't understand. It's like, you don't care what people think, but you want to be invited in their spaces. And it's like, well, two things can be true at the same time, right? Like you can simultaneously be like, I need to do what needs to be done. I need to say what needs to be said, while also really feeling like, damn, it's unfortunate that these spaces that benefit from that type of ardent challenging of systems that oppress it, it's unfortunate that those places don't like, shut up, Michael, that those places don't see like the value in what you do to enhance those spaces.
All right. Amanda said a lot there. Girl, my girl can talk. Listen, I understand what she's saying. At the end of the day, it's about the people. And that's true. Shout out to the winos, okay? Shout out to my people, the bonbons. It is very, very important that you always recognize that it is the people that actually show up to your shows and the people that are in your videos and listening to your podcasts and supporting your Instagram and buying your book. Like it is important to be thankful for those people and not always, be looking past them for the other people to pay attention to you. Because honestly, as one of my good friends, Erica De Niro, says, it's sometimes protection because the people in some of those places are not the safest. Okay. And Amanda has a ton of stories about being put in very uncomfortable situations in the entertainment industry. So, sometimes you might not be in that room for a reason, out of protection, less than, because you're being slighted. You feel me? What do y'all think?
Yeah. I mean, like to agree with your point. I mean, you don't know what protections the spirits have on you, so you don't have to go in these places. The thing that I think is Amanda doesn't buy into Hollywood or Holly weird. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think she subscribes to some of the things that they do. And it's like, you know, in any institution, you have cliques, you have circles that everybody can't get into. And I think that unfortunately for her, or fortunately for her, she's not allowed into those circles. But hey, you know, she got to Hollywood on her own merit, and just keep doing what you're doing. Don't look for validation from these circles because you already made it. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. Don't worry about it.
Michael?
Yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, I agree.
Okay.
It's a big component now. You know, council culture is real. You say the wrong thing at the wrong moment, it's over for you. Maybe for a long time, maybe forever. You just and it shouldn't be that way. Like it's almost saying like we as people, like we can't make mistakes.
Yeah.
Everyone has made a mistake, but the thing is now all the microphones are on. Everyone's under the microscope of, well, damn, you shouldn't have said that. Tell me that you never made a mistake. You want somebody to stop listening to you or stop caring about who you are because you made one mistake? Come on, man. We got to be better than that. We got to be.
I mean, and the thing too, it's like I think a lot of people walk on eggshells when they're in certain communities or certain institutions or companies or whatever, you know. And the thing is, I mean, she's created her own lane by doing comedy, you know what I mean? So just keep doing what you're doing, you know. You don't have to seek that validation from them, man. Just keep telling the truth, keep walking in your path, and the rest will work itself out.
Yeah, man. Amanda's a great talent. People don't know. They don't remember Amanda was on My Brother and Me back in the day when we was kids and stuff. Like Amanda was like a Nickelodeon kid at some point. Speaking of Nickelodeon, I know this is not on the topic list, but did y'all see that Quiet on the Set documentary that came out last night in Sunday night?
So no, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard a little bit about it. It's deep, man. It's a lot. That's a lot.
And help me out. I haven't heard about it. Help me out with it, please.
It's on the ID channel, and it basically is a docu-series where they cover like the 90s during all that and Kenan and Kel and into the 2000s. They're the Drake and Cody show, and just the producers that were working on those shows that were being abusive to the women and the children, and then also the people that were, you know, doing things they weren't supposed to be doing to the children. And one of those children was actually Drake from the show Drake and Cody. And y'all have seen Drake in like movies and stuff because he, you know, during that time, he was one of those little kids he was in like Jerry Maguire. Like he would just pop up in movies. And, you know, I feel like Drake and Josh, thank you so much. Drake and Josh, I got it wrong. Child, that was that was after me, girl. I had been left Nickelodeon by the time those shows came out. But during the docuseries, they talked about how, you know, a lot of those kids are not protected. Their parents are sent out of the rooms. And when I think about like somebody like Amanda that has been in Hollywood in that way since they were young, they probably have seen a lot and have been like put through a lot. And the fact that she has not turned into some of the other girls, because you've seen your Lindsay Lohans, you've seen your Amanda Seals, Amanda Bynes. You've seen all of the different stars that have kind of like, you know, dived off the ledge after the kid years because of what they see and what they go through. So the fact that Amanda is still doing well for herself in any capacity after that, I feel like speaks to, you know, her prestigious fortitude.
And it lets you know how strong mentally you are.
Yes.
Because everyone goes through shit, but to be able to see the certain things and to be manipulated in certain ways and be able to fight through it, realize what the reality is, and keep going.
Mm-hmm.
That perseverance is big.
It absolutely is.
Well, you know, like I said, I didn't hear anything. I don't really watch much TV, but what I can say is, you know, a lot of these kids are put in situations that their parents just pretty much allow stuff to go on. You know what I mean? So in actuality, the kids get, you know, that they're in the forefront, but we need to put that spotlight on the parents for allowing those kids to be in those situations. There's no way in hell I won't even let my kids stay the night at nobody's house. I'm not gonna let my kids go in no damn back room with no fucking weirdo to do something to assault my fucking kid. I'm sorry, y'all, but that's just my take on it.
No, there was actually, it's funny that you say that, because a part of what they talked about was with Drake, his dad really tried to protect him and could feel the vibe from the man who ended up harming him. But he had told the mom, because the dad was the manager, he had told the mom that the dad was stealing money. And so they replaced the dad as the manager, and then this is how it all happens. I mean, this caused so much turmoil in these people's, relationship is terrible. So
they had to get the dad out of the way because the dad was about to stop what was going on.
Yeah, and they do that a lot.
She didn't know, and as soon as she found out, she called the police. But she was basically manipulated by the man who had really manipulated so many people. Because even when he got caught, he only spent 16 months in jail, and then they let him out and rehired him on the Disney Channel. It was insane.
That's crazy. That's crazy, you know. But like I said, you know, we just, it's probably a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, man, that I'm really, really glad that people are having these platforms and these outlets to tell their story, because you just never know. Like Mike said, man, you never know what somebody's has went through in their life. You know, I mean, situations where people, we see them at maybe crazy or alcoholics or drunks, but nobody gets the time to tell their story. So I'm really, you know, hats off to all these platforms and all these TV shows that are allowing people to tell their truth. So I'm all for it, man.
And that's the thing, man. Like when it comes to, when you look at someone and they are alcoholic or they start doing it, they have drug abuse, there's a why.
Yeah, exactly.
They weren't just born like this. Something happened. And in society, we're so quick to judge someone. You got to realize people really go through things. Not everyone can fight the same way you fight. Not everyone's strong on the front side mentally. Not everybody has a great support system to help them get out of something.
Yeah.
Like in that situation, they had to get the dad out the way because he's on to us. The mom's not. Let's get him out the way so we can do what we're trying to do. And for him to get 16 months and then get hired back, that lets you know how sick certain people are.
Absolutely.
And then the thing too is, it's kind of like the same thing they did in the black community. You take the black man out the house so we can control the kids. We got the mom under control through this welfare system, but let's get this man out the house so we can control the whole environment. That's the same thing that these executives do to get that strong male figure out of there so they can manipulate and control the whole situation.
You think that?
I know that for sure. You go back into the 40s and 50s and see, or the 60s,
about the 70s, 80s, 90s.
They took, you know, even, you know, when they came out with Section 8 and all these other things, the one thing that you had where you couldn't have a male in the house.
I saw Claudine. I know what you're talking about, but I just mean, like, in real life, walking around, in my experience, men more than likely leave because things are too tough. Kids are annoying. Kids are hard, and they can easily just go on to the next household and, you know, not have to deal with that. Like,
because I'm gonna say, like, Bonnie, I agree with you on that, because a lot of times I've never met my father, and this is the thing of it's a choice. You chose to lay down and have sex, but you chose not to deal with the responsibilities. It feels good not to have a condom on, but you don't give a damn what happens after. Some men don't give a damn about, okay, you have a child, okay, that's good, that's cool. Do you? I don't care. It's on you. Some men are maybe with a poison situation where, you know what, she tried to manipulate me or this, that, and the third. But for the most part, it's a lot of men that don't give a damn. They want to think with the wrong head.
Hey, you know, man, you share something in common, man. I've never met my father either. My father died, you know what I'm saying, when I was 7 years old, but I never met him. He never came back and checked on me. But what I'm saying is, in a lot of situations, it's not that we don't want to be there, but what are you going to do if a woman can't work and the system comes in and says, you know what, hey, the only way you can stay in this projects is if you don't have a man in this house.
I
What you
understand
gonna
what
do?
you're saying, but that was a certain time period. That
No,
has not happened in a long time.
I
That
don't.
has not happened. I know a lot of women that have men and are on government assistance, and it never made a difference. I also didn't grow up. My father was in my life. My father passed in 2009. My parents were married the entire time. My grandfather was married to my grandmother. All of my aunts were married to my uncles. So when people want to be involved and stick beside their families, that's what they do.
Yeah,
That's what they
because
do.
Every situation is different.
for
We
for
agree to
me,
disagree. I get you.
whether I'm in the home or not, I'm with the for my daughter. I love her to death. It ain't nothing that's gonna keep me away from my daughter. She didn't ask to be here, so she will never have to ask me to be there. Like it's a thing. Whether I'm inside the walls of this compound of this home or not, I got to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
This
I mean,
child
like
had
I
no
said,
responsibility.
I'm not
The reason
saying
this child
every
is here
situation
is because of me.
Yeah.
But some men don't give a damn about that.
Hey man, I agree. I agree with both of y'all, man. You know what I mean? Every situation is different, but that played a big role into why the black man was out of the house. You know what I'm saying? So we just talking about the foundations of it. What happened after that, it's just probably, a trickle down effect. But the origins of that happening started with them taking the black man out of the house so they can control the whole situation.
Well, with that being said, let's move on to black men that I feel like are actually being bamboozled, led astray, and messed over. The Cowboys QB Dak Prescott. He
Lord
filed a lawsuit on Monday claiming that a Fort Worth woman falsely accused him of SA in the hopes of extorting $100 million from him. Okay. Now, apparently, the woman completely fabricated this assertion of an assault that took place between she and Mr. Prescott. He fervently believes that all perpetrators of such crimes should be punished. Okay, so he's trying to sue her, and he know he can't get $100,000 out of her, but he wants to make her pay for lying. And listen, at the end of the day, ma'am, if you lied, I do believe you should either go to jail or you should be sued for whatever the situation is. But I feel like there should be punishment for lying, but I feel like you should have to prove real tough that it was a complete lie. Because I think a lot of times situations like the Kobe situation, it's not as cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? It's not as black and white. It's kind of like he thought it was cool. She might have been uncomfortable, but didn't say anything, kind of froze up in the moment. So he didn't know she was uncomfortable. It could be a situation like that. So I feel like you absolutely have to be able to prove that shit. So if he can prove it, do what you got to do, because you shouldn't be able to just say somebody did something like that to you, especially when there are so many people that absolutely happens to, and nobody says anything because you don't want to go through all of the stress of it. So no, if you're gonna lie about it, you should absolutely get hemmed up however you get hemmed up.
Yeah, like I think that should be a harsh punishment. Like, because at the end of the day, like understanding, like a man that you see on TV, he walks into a bar, he walks into a situation, who this man is. To try to manipulate him or try to manipulate the situation and say, I'm gonna try to get him to do something, and if he do it, and I'm with it, but afterwards I'm not. Let me get so I can get a bag. That ain't cool. That ain't cool at all.
And
like the same way you going after 12 M's, you should spend 12 years in prison if they find that you're wrong.
Yeah. I mean, like we've been talking the whole time. It's always two sides to every story. If he did that, he needs to be punished. If she's trying to extort him, she needs to be punished. But my whole thing is this right here. When you're in a situation, you make yourself vulnerable by going out and trying to sleep with women. You saying you putting yourself out there, and it's like you asking for some trouble. My thing is, if you're making that much money, man, hopefully you can find somebody to settle down with, start you a family, so your ass won't be caught out there in them streets. Point blank, you won't have to worry about them $100 million, $12 million, or whatever. You know what I mean? Get your money, get you a house, get you a family, you know what I'm saying, and chill out. That's just my point.
But I mean, but that even then,
want a family. Like, just be choosy. You know that the girls are going to be throwing cooch at you for various different reasons, to get a baby out of you, to possibly lie on you. You know that is what's happening. So be choosy about who you throw your peen around to. If you want to throw it around, there are services that you can get in contact with, from what I understand. Okay,
It's a lot of things on this. It's easy.
it's a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like, why are you just like randomly choosing women who you know? And it's because y'all have to admit, on some level, men are weak for validation in that way. If a woman is coming on to you and she halfway decent, something that you would want, you're gonna go ahead and dip in it, which is why I never understand the slut shaming that takes place, because most of them will hit it if they can. So I just wish that men would be more choosy and be more responsible with their penises on the front end.
And then think about it, Bonnie, but think about this scenario. Understanding that the person that you're, I guess, that's courting, or that y'all courting each other, they have an agenda. Even in you choosing, at first, everything was all good. It seemed like this, boom, 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 boom. But now she flipped the script because she had a plan. I'm gonna say whatever I need to say, do whatever I need to do to get this bag.
Yeah. And you know, Mike, of course we don't have the money.
Discernment comes into play at some point. Like, get some discernment, because to me,
Yeah.
a thirsty chick is a thirsty chick, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
understood.
You know,
but what if she don't come off as thirsty at first? What if everything's cool? She seems chill, but we talking, we're connecting, and then down the line, boom, I got her.
You know, but what I'm saying, okay, so Mike, me and you know what I'm saying? Of course, we don't have the money that they do. But if we go to a bar and we're trying to pick up a woman, for example, you know what I mean? I think that we would know what type of interaction we're gonna have with these women. You get what I'm saying? And at some point, it's gonna kick in that something isn't right about this person. You know what I'm saying? Can you agree with that? You know what I mean? But a lot of these guys, I don't know if they get drunk and just lose focus of what's going on, but at some point, something in the back of your mind said, man, this shit ain't right. You know what I mean? And you know, they just need to pay attention to that voice inside that's telling them to back off. You know what I mean?
Now listen, I don't know, because I read up on what the lady said happened. Basically, you know, she got in his car and it was like a forced situation in the back of a car. So I'm not sure what part of this has been proven to be a lie. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But based on what he's saying, filing this lawsuit against her, she lied. And I'm just trying to understand if that's how it actually happened. Like, did y'all actually have consensual sex in this manner? Because if you had consensual sex in this manner, I have to look at this man and ask him, like, so what type of respectable woman is just going to pop her coochie on you out of nowhere? You just met her. She gets into the backseat of your car and now y'all are smashing. Now, understand, there are drunk women, find you attractive, want to have a one-night stand with you, sure. But once you know that your penis is attached to a huge bank account, you gotta understand that type of situation can't happen so easily. Like, yeah, that's cool and everything, but listen, sign this NDA.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna do whatever it is we fitting to do, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, instead of whatever seems to be happening at large, which is, you know, a girl just being like, take coochie, and he's like, oh, sure, you know.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm not trying to have that shit scares me. So you just want to give me some cat? I don't even know your name. I don't know your last. I don't know what's.
You know?
Yeah.
Because this ain't the first time you've done this.
Yeah, this ain't your first rodeo.
I'm not playing Russian roulette with my penis. I'm good.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Yeah, like you said, Bondi, it's like making discernment, man. You know, we as men, I'm not saying just black men in particular, but men in particular, we have to have more discernment about who we share our temples with, so to speak. You know what I mean? And you never know what you're gonna get caught up in, man. Whether you know the money is the least of your problems, you might get a hold of some shit you can't get rid of.
Yep.
You know?
Talk about it. Well, y'all, let's move on because we have another topic to discuss. Lamar Odom and Caitlyn Jenner have started their own podcast called Keeping Up with Sports. Now, listen, I know a lot of you youngins out there may not know that these two people were actually known as athletes before they were known as men that used to be with Kardashian women. And I am doing this because y'all know Caitlyn is whatever Caitlyn say Caitlyn is. Okay. But yeah, they're on there talking to people. They were talking to Sugar Ray Leonard. And Sugar Ray Leonard was talking like really bearing his soul on there. I was like, oh my God, this seems good. Because, at first, if you just on paper, it's like, oh, two hater ass, meet up so y'all can talk, whatever. But no, I actually feel like the fact that they had Sugar Ray on there talking about his assault, you know what I'm saying? Talking about the things he had to deal with, like as a man, honestly, I think is genius. And the people that's geared towards, hopefully they'll watch, because we know how, sports fanatics may not necessarily want to watch Caitlyn Jenner, but they may want to watch Lamar. So, it could be good. It could not be good. I don't know, but it does, it's funny. I ain't gonna lie. It's funny to look at.
They're gonna grab some looks just off the two names being paired.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately. Because people wonder, like, okay, what Lamar been up to? What Caitlyn been up to? Now they here together talking, like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. And the people who don't want to see you, those are the main supporters.
Yeah. Hey, so I seen a little bit of the clip, and my thing is, if people are brave enough to come on a show and talking about some things some traumatic event that's happened to them,
yes,
hats off to them, and hats off to Caitlyn and Lamar for allowing people, or presenting a platform for people to talk about their traumatic experiences. I think it's a good thing. You know what I mean? I'll tune in and I'll support them, because I'm for anybody who gives that outlet for people to release anything that they need to release. That takes a lot of balls for a man to come on any type of platform to talk about some atrocities that has happened to them, man or woman. So I'm with it. I'm gonna tune in.
Okay. All right, then, y'all. Let's take a quick break. Be sure to catch Tasha K live on stage in a city near you. Tickets can be purchased at TashaKOnStage.com. Baltimore, she is coming to you soon. So make sure you go to TashaKOnStage.com to get your tickets. Also, she'll be at the Baltimore Comedy Factory April 14th. Okay. So coming up real soon, y'all. Tasha gonna be in your neck of the woods. Be more people. Okay. So make sure you get those tickets, and let's go ahead and hit this break.
Tisa unveiled a load of videos.
Who the fuck did I marry?
400 million views talking about y'all ex-husband.
Risa, Tisa, ex-wife, who straight line to y'all. It's completely false.
Now, Latoya, a lot of people have been reaching out and they've been wanting to hear your side.
When you're dealing with this sort of trickery, and that's what I call it's like you being bamboozled, right? When a person comes into your life and they're constantly bamboozling you, especially like when you've been through trauma and things of that nature, you want to believe so badly that this is the truth.
Legion really led y'all down a rabbit hole.
He used to talk to this dude on the phone like every day, and his name was Miguel, right?
Two gentlemen that looked out for me. My mom and dad passed away. They became brothers to me, which is Elgin and Miguel. These are the guys that I would talk to in the morning time.
Miguel doesn't even exist.
Oh no.
Miguel's not even a real person.
Oh no.
He was wearing a fucking bulletproof vest, walking around the neighborhood as security of the apartment complex.
Legion.
This is in Jonesboro, Georgia.
Your
It's
mom
funny.
talked about him walking around the neighborhood at night.
He was using his dad's badge, acting like the police.
He's stopping the gangbangers, and he is patting them all the way down.
He was only doing it just to fill on them.
Because he didn't work for these people. He had a whole different job.
Legion.
All the cars that he promised me, they're actually on Facebook with my name on them, right? That he never bought.
Lisa said that she was promised cars
but
as
he
well
literally
too.
has, I have screenshots, right? Of the actual post that this lunatic actually put my name in it, tagged me, said, come outside. I have your anniversary present.
So where's the car?
It never got bought.
I was at the station and he acted like he got
The
a phone
Christian
call.
radio station.
Yes.
Okay.
And he was on the phone like, hey bro, what's up? And then the phone rang and it was my mama.
She just really just kind of opened the door to something that I wasn't even prepared for. Here I am thinking that we're just dealing with a pathological liar, an alleged
And
Child
I, when
molester.
she said, I don't want to start crying because I don't want my makeup to drip, but every fiber in my being, I'm not a violent person, but don't touch my kids.
Horror of a person. That's a lot of my childhood gone. You know?
Did it cause problems between you and your mom?
All right, winos, if you enjoy shows like this and would like to see more with me on stage in your city, well, I'm coming. Tickets on sale right now. Link in the description box as well as the bio. Hurry up now while tickets last, okay?
All right, y'all, we're back. Make sure you go to TashaKOnStage.com to get those tickets for that Baltimore show. You never know when one of us will be popping up on the tour with her. So make sure you go and get those tickets now. Let's go ahead and get into the last two topics, gentlemen. So housewife Porsha Williams refused to work with her ex-Real Housewives of Atlanta homegirl, Nene Leakes. Okay, they have both been outside together over the past year, so I'm not sure exactly what the issue was, but Nene got online in a very long clip, okay, with a filter on top of a facelift to tell us that even though she was on the Upshaws, Porsha decided not to be on the Upshaws. And she doesn't understand what the issue is. She texts Porsha, and Porsha said that she didn't support Lil Sis. And it's like, girl, we know you're not talking about Simon. Girl, 30 minutes ago, you and Simon was somewhere running in the water, frolicking, acting like two loving people that's gonna stay together forever, like an Al Green song. That's what you was acting like. And now, because y'all didn't had a little back and forth on the internet, we supposed to hop too? Girl, Nene said I wasn't trying to pry, and I was gonna ask you when I saw you. Okay, I wasn't gonna text you and ask you that because that seemed messy. Either way, Porsha said she didn't want to work with her. I'm not surprised. I already know that Porsha loves to pass up on a bag for whatever reason. Let's not forget, she quit all her jobs when she got engaged to Simon. I think it's funny now that we find out she's trying to make sure that she keeps her money for herself and he keeps his money for himself, letting y'all know he ain't have as much money as she thought he had. Messy situation. Would y'all miss out on y'all check behind this mess?
Hey, I wouldn't. But, you know, here's the thing. I don't really watch any of the reality shows because, in my opinion, they're not reality. You have writers that script the whole thing out. So they create drama for people to follow along. I think all this stuff is orchestrated. I think that, you know, who, my opinion, who really gives a shit? You know what I mean? If you don't want to work with her, you don't want to work with her. You know, keep it moving. That's my take on it.
What about from the standpoint of it making a black woman look bad? Because she did basically say that Nene and her had issues. So it made it seem as if Nene might be difficult to work with. Now, I feel like Nene already had that moniker out there that she was difficult to work with.
Yeah.
But do you feel like that's the issue?
I think that as black women, man, y'all have to find ways to work the shit out. Point blank. You know what I mean? No matter what's going on, you have to create a united front in front of people. You know, y'all can go and work that stuff out somewhere else. It doesn't have to be on a national stage for people to see y'all. Y'all, you know, at the end of the day, your sisters work that thing out. You know, so that's what makes me think that, like I said, it's orchestrated. It's not real. You know, so it could present a challenge for the image of a black woman. You know, but you know, you just got to work it out, man. And don't, you know, unfortunately for them, they're in what you call the spotlight, but that can be worked out behind the scenes. You know, I just think it's made for TV and it's orchestrated and it's scripted. That's just my point.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, when a woman holds a grudge, I ain't never seen a grudge so strong. I mean, they can hold that shit for forever. And when she feels some type of way about it, I mean, it is what it is. She don't give a damn what folds underneath it. I'm not turning the bag down. I'm not. We can set the differences aside. We cannot. But when these cameras rolling, we're gonna do what it's due. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Now, there's another part to this. So after the job situation, after Nene talked to us for a nice long minute, she posted pictures of her and her man with Porsha's ex-man and his new girlfriend who looks a lot like Porsha. she said, hey, they're friends. She's friends with Simon. Simon and her man were friends before Porsha even came along. But everybody knows that Nene, I think, did this to get back at Porsha. And to me, it just kind of feels like you were just saying, holding a grudge or taking that shit far. Because I feel like this is too much energy to exert to make somebody else mad. Like I'm not doing all of that. I'm not going out to lunch to take pictures to make another bitch feel away. It's just not that deep to me. Like if I'm not punching her, I don't care.
And you knew that's what it was, because you didn't have to, even though y'all was out, you didn't have to take that picture. But you posted it because you know she finna see it.
3 times.
Yeah.
That's
that bullshit.
Yeah, it's very immature for them to do that. And my thing is, they all making all of us look bad. It's not just one person. You know what I mean? They all have to participate in it. They know what's going on. They choose to participate in it and make the whole Black community look bad. I don't watch none of that reality stuff. I don't
think they represent all of us. I think
they damn sure don't represent me. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
I think that's something that Black people fall into. The feeling that all of us have to be representing the other. And I think that comes from the way white people used to treat us. They always want to make an example out of a Black person. So you start to feel like that person's image, is basically a connection to your image. But the truth of the matter is we are not a monolith. You know what I'm saying?
But my thing is this right here. Why are they always showing negative pictures and negative interactions with us? Why not put the positivity on there and highlight that? Everything on that show is negative. Everything on that show.
Not everything. And it's not realistic. That's not, and nobody wants to watch that. Also, white people everybody gets shown in a bad light. Nobody is exempt from that. I think Black people just don't watch white people's reality shows. So you don't know that they be over there fighting and going to jail and shit and having sex with each other, just like, worse than us, honestly. Child, some of them white shows is worse than Love and Hip Hop. So I don't think we should put that on ourselves that they represent. Child, do you think the people at Zeus Network got anything to do with my representation? Girl, hell to the nah. I think not.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for them. That's not for me. But I also feel like Housewives is not that bad of a brand to be involved with. This is messy shit, but this is not. It's not, it's messy, but it's not the worst. You know what I'm saying? I have more of a problem with the WWE girls and all of that. Got them people over there down to all of them different networks fighting, like they in slavery time or something like that. Like that's the type of stuff that I feel like is way more detrimental because people are going to have discourse. So this is just discourse and that's fine. But I don't think it's like a negative representation of Black people with the Housewives be going through, because everybody go through that type of stuff.
I get you.
Okay, so let's move on to the last topic, child. Listen, I need to understand because the men's is here, so we need to ask the men's how they feel about this. Child, Gilbert Arenas was laughing very, very hard when he found out that Nick Young and Saucy Santana had formed a friendship after they did College Hill, New Orleans together recently. Okay. It was them, Tamar, and Claudia Jordan. And Nick Young is like, yeah, that's my homeboy. Anybody who has ever seen Saucy Santana or knows about Saucy Santana knows that Saucy Santana is a flamboyant gay guy, beard, nails, one of the girls, all of this, writes rap for female rappers, really, really talented, but also super, super aware of their hoodness. Like Saucy Santana knows that he's a hood nigga. You know what I'm saying? And he will fight and people get shot and stabbed and all of that. Like he has that type of understanding. So the fact that him and Nick Young could form a friendship, that makes sense because Saucy's the type of gay guy that would like, I'm not about to change myself for you, but I'm also not going to do the most to make you feel uncomfortable either. So I could see them getting along. But when you have somebody like Gilbert Arenas, who I feel like might secretly be gay, you want to try to like point fingers and laugh, you're friends with a gay guy. And it's like the next clip is you talking about how you was watching Saucy Santana twerk and his ass was like water and he twerked better than Meg Thee Stallion. So, it's just weird to me that you would poke fun and then turn right around and talk about how you actually liked watching Saucy Santana twerk. What do you got? Do we have a video of any of that, Jasmine? Please.
You just finished that reality show though?
Yeah,
How was it?
it was kind of harder than I thought, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause I thought they was gonna give us like easy work and shit. Nah, we really had to do real work and homework and shit.
College Hill. So hey, listen. Who else was there?
Saucy Santana, that's my dog.
Saucy Santana, who's that?
It's that rapper. He's a rapper. He's Carisha friend, the City Girls home.
So what is wrong with Nick? Nick
You
can't.
seen 50 Cent thing the other night when he talked about Meek Mill?
Nick high.
And his
Saucy
teeth.
Santana.
Yeah. Don't look it up, because you're going to say something funny. Don't look it up. That's my dog. Don't look it up.
He said, don't look it up.
Saucy Santana.
But then go keep telling him.
Saucy Santana.
Telephone.
Oh, that's your dog.
Coming out of your
no, come on, man. No, not this. This.
Yes, that. Yeah. The rapper.
That ain't no rapper. That ain't no rapper. No, Nick, come on, dog. That was your roommate?
Nah, hell.
That was your. Is that why you got the Tic Tacs now? That was your rule. Oh, come on, dog.
Becky done turned the bitch out.
Oh, come on. This the one. Oh my God. Come on. This was your. Nick, I know you paid. I know you, Nick. I know you paid for that. You paid. Because you.
I left it on the dresser for him.
I'm confused about whatever Gilbert is going through, but it just kind of feels like, Gilbert, calm down, sweetheart. You're a little too excited. What y'all think?
I mean, initially, that's guy talk. That's Jim. Like I get the locker room aesthetic of that. But especially with him not knowing, that's the first thing that pops up. He's like, "That's my dog." And he wasn't expecting to see that. I get that part. For me, having a male friend that may be homosexual, bro, that once again, I love women. What you do with your penis has nothing to do with me. Can we be friends? Of course. We can be great friends. I have gay male friends. Like this, that has nothing to do with anything. We push each other forward, try to get money, this, that, and the third. Look out for each other. Like it's your relationship standpoint of what you like. That's cool. Do your thing. But having a phobia of being around a gay man or being for men who feel that they can't be around it or they can't be a friend of someone like that, usually it's something inside them that feels like, oh, they might pull me in. Well, that's your cross to bear.
Yeah,
ain't got nothing to do with me. But I mean, it's cool with me, man. With Nick saying that's his partner, that he probably cool.
You know, I don't know much about Saucy Santana. So what I will say is, a lot of times we don't know if these people are just putting on a front for TV. Behind the scenes, he might not be who he is. He might be a straight guy.
Oh, no. I didn't see him bro out. He had with a few of my partners. That
Really?
ain't no front. But I mean, I don't know him personally though. But he said, I mean, he cool. He's from a distance. He seemed cool.
Cool.
You know, my thing is.
Oh, he's saying he might secretly be straight. No, he's not.
No, yeah, that ain't.
No, I was saying in the aspect, or maybe what I'm saying, he just putting on the front. You know how people put on personalities to sell records because that's what's in right now.
No, that's
no. Pernell, that's he ain't no front.
Hey, you know what? If they friends, I don't have problems with gay guys. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, to piggyback off what you said, what you decide to do with what you got going on is your responsibility. It's your deal. I don't have anything to do with that. With that being said, just don't cross the line of, trying to flirt at me or make, you know, these remarks, you know what I mean? Because I'm no disrespect, Mike, because I know you're from Atlanta, but I lived in Atlanta for a long time, and on the Atlanta scene, I'm not being funny, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
You know, you would find yourself in situations where you're in a predominantly gay bar. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I'm just sitting there, I'm having a drink, I'm chilling. You mind your business, I mind my business. But just don't come at me, you know what I'm saying, like in an offensive way.
Okay.
That's where I draw the line at.
So, do you stick up and say something when straight men kind of have this Gilbert Arenas reaction towards gay men? Because essentially, nobody should be being clowned because of who they friends with.
That's right.
And you know, do you just laugh, ha ha ha, or do you say, "Dude, you lame as you know, you're a little lame for that." Like we grown. Because to me, his reaction was childish. Like I couldn't see a grown man responding the way Gilbert did.
So I know for me, okay, playing sports all my life, being in locker room talk, like me and the fellas, we kick shit, we laugh and play a lot. Now, if it comes to a real situation, a real talk, and you like ask me questions like, bro, like why you hanging out with him like this, that, and the third, we got a real conversation. But just to laugh and giggle about it, like I felt that was more playful banter than anything. Because
you don't think it could be problematic, like you know. Just think about if that's how kids are reacting to other gay, you know, other kids that hang with gay kids, because you know that's kind of how this goes. You see adults do things, and the kids do that.
Of course, and it could very well be problematic at some point, but the initial reaction of it, it's just okay. Well, I'm laughing, it's giggling, this who it is, blase blase. We gonna crack jokes.
Gotcha.
Like all my athlete friends, and when we've been around, we always crack jokes. We play around. But if it's a real talk of how you feeling about being around a certain person or a certain demographic, we have a real conversation. I'm like, bro, it ain't that deep.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you got to be comfortable within your own skin to understand that if you're saying that you're a heterosexual man, what you question something like, why does a gay man being around change that for you?
Yeah.
Maybe it's something in you that's got a little tingle going on, and you may want to try something.
Yeah.
And if you do, that's you.
Hey.
I'm a lesbian. I like women. I can't do nothing with you.
Hey, everyone's doing it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think about this?
I mean, like I said, you know, if whatever you decide to do is on you. Like I said, just don't disrespect me in the process. Everything is fine. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with hanging out with gay people. I don't have a problem with none of that. And as far as you know, I think that like Mike said before, it doesn't matter what somebody looks like, whether they're gay, black, white, woman, it doesn't matter. As long as they uplift and edify you in some kind of aspect, it's okay. You know what I mean? It's plenty of gay people out there that's getting money. And if you got some gems for me, I want it. I don't give a shit what you do personally. You know what I'm saying? If you got some good advice for me to where I can better myself, then I'm all for it. That's how I feel about it.
Well, okay. Saucy Santana did respond to Gilbert Arenas and basically said they're all trolling. But in real life, men do, you know, not want to be around other gay men because they don't want to question themselves. They don't want to be made to feel uncomfortable because they can be reactive. Like you said, Michael, they can be reactive to what they're seeing. So Saucy was like, that's why a lot of street hood men like to stay away and don't want to be around gay men that may be flamboyant because you don't want that to come out of you, that is who you are. But the funny part about it is, child, you're gonna keep running and it's gonna keep following your ass if that's who you are.
Yeah.
Everybody just needs to be honest with themselves and be who they are. Me personally, as a woman, as long as I have been dating, and I'm married now, but as long as I have ever been dating, it was a red flag to me if a man was homophobic. That's a red flag. If as soon as you express anything to me that makes me feel like you have like some hatred or, you know, some disdain towards gay people, that's a red flag. Because to me, you're too worried about it and I'm gonna be questioning you, or you just too damn ornery and I ain't got time for all that anger and all of that.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's go ahead and wrap it up, everybody. Okay, we thank y'all so much for coming through today for another Wine is the New Tea. Don't forget, every Tuesday and Thursday, 12 p.m. noon, coming to y'all with new people, okay, giving y'all the wine. All right. Make sure you go to Tasha K onstage.com to get your tickets. The April 14th show is in Be More. Make sure y'all come through. And don't forget all of the interviews that we are promoting on TashaKLive.com. Make sure y'all check those out as well. I am Bondi Blue. You can follow me at Bondi Blue on Instagram and on YouTube. I have my own YouTube channel and I have my website, BondiBlueShow.com. Okay. Always online, girl. Follow me on Instagram. Yeah. I'm your girl. All right. And let's go ahead and move on. So, Mike, tell us what's going on with you. Where are you?
Oh, I'm here in Atlanta. You can follow me on Instagram at Mike_Ham87. I'll be posting, keep up with the things I got going on as far as comedy, as far as acting, working on a few shows. A show called The Mister. This is season 4. This will be airing, I want to say will be premiering in May. Really dope show on Watch ACTV. Got a few things coming up, man. Just stay tuned. Once again, Instagram Mike_Ham87, and you'll be able to keep up with the days in the life. Keep everybody posted.
All right, Mr. Purnell.
So, you can follow me on Instagram, Purnell McNair, the author. I recently released my audiobook called The White House. You can find my bio in the link. What is that? You can find my link in the bio. How did I say that? I'm also running a promotion to where you get 25% off my audiobook, The White House, when you type in the coupon code Wine is the New Tea. That's Purnell McNair, the author, on Instagram. You can also follow me on Facebook. You can find my book, The White House, on Amazon. Also, I'm currently working on a ancestral memory voodoo book based on New Orleans, where you're from, Bondi. It's called Atavism. Be looking out for that pretty soon. And thank you to Tasha. Thank you to all the winos for checking in. Thank you to all, the whole entire team for allowing me to come on and present myself. So thank y'all.
Yes,
indeed. I appreciate y'all so much. Winos, y'all the shit, and y'all know that.
All right. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to everybody, support everybody, and we'll see y'all next show.